Today, we are going to explain a new Korean drama called Bon Appetit, which means enjoy your meal. The story begins hundreds of years ago in the Joseon era, where we see a state of Korea. There was a very cruel king there, and today the soldiers have captured a criminal named Jang and presented him before Kim, and he has been sentenced to death. The king said that you cooked the food, and it ruined the taste in my mouth, so you are sentenced to death. But since you are the head of the kitchen, you will be given one more chance. Now, you will prepare new dishes for me every day, and no dish should be repeated. If any day I find your food bad, I will kill you that very day. This tells us that she is not from here. She used to be a very good chef in 2025. She had won Korea's popular cooking show and was very good at making French dishes. Through the show, she got the opportunity to go to France and become the head chef at a 3-star French restaurant. For Jang, this was nothing less than a dream. She drank at night and the next day told her dad. He was very happy and called her to meet him quickly. He also ordered a Joseon era book for her. Jang took the book and sat on the flight. While eating on the flight, everyone was watching the solar eclipse outside. During this time, a man spilled his coffee on Jang's book. Jang took the book to the flight's bathroom to clean it, and when she opened the page, it talked about very old and popular dishes, but one page was missing. And there she read a line that said, "If you are reading this, please come to me." Before Jang could do anything, the book started to glow. It starts happening and there are the moon and the sun outside, and suddenly what starts flying in the air and the words written in the book glow and come out, and they take Geo inside the book with them, and here we see time travel happening. It happens and they fly straight into a trap in the forest, which people used to set for catching animals. Geo doesn't understand anything about what happened and closes his eyes. Meanwhile, outside the forest, we see the king who is out hunting. He has come and remembers his mother, how when he was young, his mother was removed from the position of queen. Since then, the king has been very angry and is hunting in anger today. Outside, on the other side, we see in the king's palace that somehow today a ritual is about to take place here, but the king hasn't arrived yet. In the absence of the king, the ritual has been stopped. The king's grandmother is also worried about when the king will come, and going hunting was wrong because hunting on the day of the ritual is now considered a bad omen. The king's death could happen. During this time, the king is not coming because it was on this day that his mom was removed from the throne, and he feels it was very wrong. Outside, everyone is eagerly waiting for the king. Here, the king is happy. He has hunted a deer, and he is also new to hunting. They are completely ignoring the ritual. God tells that look, today there is a solar eclipse, so if you don't attend the ritual, the gods will be angry, and you will start seeing female ghosts wherever you go. The king believes that these are all rumors. There is no such thing as a female ghoul here. Here, Jeong is still trapped in the net. Her eyes have opened, and she is trying to find a network on her mobile and shouts, "Please someone help me," but no one comes here. Jeong is surprised that after the flight, she was in the room. How did this happen? Kim's next target appears to be focused, and he starts chasing her alone and shoots an arrow that passes right by Jang. She escapes by giving a fork, and just then, an arrow comes and cuts the rope, freeing Jang. Hiding behind a tree, she starts shouting, "Focus over there, don't shoot arrows at me." But King doesn't listen. Jo comes running and says, "Have you gone mad? Why are you shooting arrows at me?" King, seeing her in strange clothes, is very surprised and aims another arrow at her. He aims to kill her, but Jo starts running and stands at the edge of a mountain. She takes out a weapon from her bag that emits a current to kill the thugs. King, trying to finish her, asks, "Who are you?" Jo replies, "I look like a human." King thinks maybe I've been cursed and I'm seeing a female ghost, so he shoots an arrow that hits her bag, and the bag falls into the river. Jo says, "Have you lost your mind? Do you even know who I am?" and starts showing her fighting skills, which are quite good. She says, "I will report you to the police. I have many friends who are attorneys. They will put you in jail." King says, "What is she blabbering about?" and strikes her with a sword. Just then, someone shoots an arrow at King from behind. The arrow hits his shoulder, and he grabs Jo and falls into the water below. A little later, we see some people searching for King, And we also see Joe's, the hanging and the bag are also shown here, which have been lifted, and seeing the injured king, they think of helping him and start searching for a mobile in King's pocket to call an ambulance, but there are no pockets in King's clothes. Just then, King gets up and stabs them. This is said that you were trying to kill me and attacks, and Geo injures his leg and snatches the knife, saying, why are you behaving like this with me? What drama are you doing? What dramatic shooting is going on here? But King is quite serious about this. To kill him, he tries to snatch the knife, but Geo shows his knife skills, which are really impressive, and then King grabs him. Both fought over the knife for many days, and Geo hits King, causing him to faint, and they lock him up. After some time, she starts digging with a stick and is asking, why are you trying to kill me? Why do you want to kill me? King said, because you are a ghost. Jiwon says, no, I am a chef. On the other hand, we meet a character who is Mokju, King's mix, and she is showing her servitude that King still hasn't returned yet. It's getting dark, and the ritual is also on hold. If Mozu tells, her mother used to run a bottle where girls were brought, and rich people would come and entertain themselves for a little money. Her mother sold Mokji to a rich man and, in anger, she killed a rich man and was put in jail. Then one day, a man came to her. Mozu thought he wanted to sleep with her, but this man was Jishin, who said, I am Kim's arch enemy, and you have to do as I say. Then I will get you out of jail, and she agreed. Now Mozu feels that maybe Jishin has done something wrong with King in the jungle, who says, I am thirsty. I am thirsty. Do you know what the punishment is for keeping the king thirsty? Look at my tattoo. They call me Jeng. Such tattoos can be made at any street corner. This doesn't prove that you're the king. After a while, Jeng takes him to an abandoned house. The king says, this is my own place. I come here to hunt or just to relax. Jeng starts telling a historical story about a tyrant king who used to snatch everything from the poor and drive them away, even kill them. The king said, you are telling my story, you call it war. He says, no, this is a very old story. Then she ties him up and puts on clothes that were hung out to dry. Suddenly, she hears a noise from inside, and when she goes to check, a girl attacks her. This is Gil, who is calling Jeng a clothes thief. Jeng explains that she's not a thief and asks what this place is. The girl says, this is not a place for you. Jeng feels like everyone is talking about drama, shooting in a drama, and she, immersed in character, says, will you help me find my bag? It has my phone. The girl refuses, because she's hungry. Jeng is also hungry, so she decides to cook, and they start cooking with some ingredients they assume are available. Stuff makes very good food and takes it to feed the king. The king asks, what have you brought? Have you brought poison? She says, no, no. Then the king eats it to show her and then feeds it to the king. When the king eats, it's so spicy that he starts shouting, what poison have you put in this? I'm about to die. Jeng ate it. There's no chili in it. Then Gil ate it and she also started shouting. It might be that people in the past ate less spicy food. Maybe people in the past ate less spicy food. Then he says that he started eating everything alone, but both of them are also hungry. So if they have to eat spicy food out of compulsion, they do, remembering their mom who used to feed them with the same love. Then Yom and Gil start looking for the bag. First, Jeng covers the king with a blanket. Gil starts saying how lucky your husband is, you take such good care of him. Jeng says, oh, this is not my husband. The king is not asleep and is pretending, and after a while, their soldiers come and rescue them. The king says that I saw 2 witches, and somehow we have to finish them tonight. They set the house on fire and leave. Meanwhile, Jeng is washing her hands and feet and asks Dil what she was doing alone in the forest. Here, Gil explains. I was hiding here because our village was destroyed, and that's why I came here to hide. Poor Yom remembers that the story she is telling is like what happened to me. Gil says, yes, that's exactly it. Just then, Jeng notices the soldiers above and starts shouting, help, help. The episode is like I saw Jaya shouting after seeing the soldiers above, and Gil covers her mouth and says, oh, this is the same group of beasts who take women away. They take them away, don't call out to them, but it was too late. They were also caught with the other women and put in jail. Yong was shouting a lot, and the other women started scolding her, saying if you don't stop shouting, we'll beat you. Yom kept shouting, and the guards tied her mouth as punishment. Yom had reached her limit. She had just won the show, and suddenly all this started happening to her. The man in black clothes, and I spoke so badly about him in front of him. No. He definitely won't spare me. After a while, all the women are brought outside. Yom asked Gil what is going to happen here. Gil explains that all the women will be divided into two groups. Then will be made to do different tasks. When asked about her age, Yom says she is 27 years old. Then Gil is asked. And she says she is 28 years old so that she can join the yoga group, and that's what happens. But Gil is still a young girl. Both groups are given different tasks. The girls in the first group are quite young, so they are kept inside for some special work. The second group, which consists of older women, is given the task of helping in the kitchen. The king's guards are with them and have come to search the river for Geo because they know she will come here to find her bag. Let me clarify that when Yom called out to the soldiers, it was a different group, not the king's group. The guard said that some women have been caught and taken to the governor's palace, so it's possible that those two witches have also gone there. The king smiles as he sees Yog in the kitchen, working there. The women have no idea for whom they are cooking. They just receive orders every day and cook here. Suddenly, a man comes running and informs them that someone special is coming today, so they need to cook good food. Geo says okay, but asks what they like so they can prepare it. Every man refuses to tell. Here, they meet the governor's son, who says, make sure to cook well, or it could cost you your life. Yog becomes alert, and Yon takes her aside to tell her that the chief inspector and his dad are coming, and the most important thing is that the chief is a very good friend of the king. Both of them have practiced fighting since childhood and are top-notch fighters. The cruel king used to oppress the people daily and devastate the villagers. The chief is such a terrible person that he drops his own hair into the food so he can blame the set and have them killed for no reason, for fun, and he has killed many such chefs. The UN said that you can do it. You're not scared, are you? But if he likes the food, then in return, all the women will have to be released, and he agreed to this deal. Let's see Geo. Now, she tells all the women about the final deal, and everyone is quite happy, but they have to make the food really well. So, using whatever ingredients they have, they start cooking. Seeing this, he thinks that none of them will survive today, and first, it will be Jeong who will die. Geo used her mind and, closing her eyes, started cooking while remembering her father's words. After a while, the chief came here with her dad to eat, but before that, the chief was brought inside where the first group of girls, who were quite young, were there. Today, the chief will choose from those girls with whom he will spend the night, and then he is brought to the dining table. The chief said, "What kind of food is this? There's just one piece of meat here, I'll eat this, and Mia, you called me here to humiliate me like this. Who is the chef here? Bring him to the kitchen quickly," he orders the guard, and all the women are taken outside, who are quite confused and wonder how he made the decision even before eating. At least taste the food first to know how it is, she says, eat the food first. If it's not bad, then kill us. The chief said, okay, but if I don't like it, I'll kill you, to which she agreed. Meanwhile, the chief tells the governor that I have something for you too, and brings the governor's daughter here. The governor is quite enraged, and he will take the chief's life. He is so angry, but it's not possible to kill him. The chief said, look, I'll eat the food, but if it's not good, your daughter will become my mistress and will come with me to my palace. This is a very disgusting thing, but Geo is confident that her food is the best. Both the chief and his dad ate the food, and it was so good that they were left speechless. And they want to eat but are too shy to ask. They're thinking, if we praise it, how will I make the governor's daughter my mistress? So, he lied to make the governor's daughter his mistress by saying the food is terrible. Yom says that he is lying. The governor also ate well and started shouting that he has never eaten such good food before. It's excellent. You are saying all this to make my daughter your mistress. He was about to kill him with a sword when the governor's son stops him, and he sentenced all the women. Geo started shouting, don't kill me, I haven't done anything wrong, our food is very good. and then they were about to slit Jeong's throat when the king makes an entry and stops everything, and comes to Jeo and says, "Did you make this? How do I know if it's tasty? I want to taste it first." Jeong thought this voice sounds familiar, and when she turned around, it was the king. She says, "This is the same guy," meaning he was telling the truth. He is the king of Ha. Then the king ordered the food and said, "First you eat it and show me, you haven't poisoned it, have you?" Jeong tastes it, then the king eats it, and the food is exceptionally good, such a dish he has never eaten before. He ate everything and started asking, "How did you make it?" Jeong told everything that she is indeed a very good chef, and they started asking, "How old are you?" Yeon says she is 27 years old. He said, "You have become so old, why haven't you married yet?" Yeon says, "I am not from here and I will tell you where I am from, but you won't believe it." So she comes closer and says, "I am from the future." The king said, "Don't talk nonsense," and announced that they will take her to their palace, so no one will kill her tomorrow. For now, Jiwo's life is saved. The governor said to the king, "Why are you trying to save these women when you can't?" The king would have been angry and started saying that when it was your own daughter's turn, you did so much, but when my mother was being tortured and wronged, you did nothing. And now Gil and Jeo are in jail. Jeo said that tomorrow we are going to the royal palace, but I need to go home. Gil asked where her home was. Jeo tells her everything and says that the way back is inside a book, which is currently in my bag, and it fell down the mountain. Outside, King Chand is watching, and then the chief comes to them, and they start fighting because they were very good friends and fighters together in childhood. The king said that he wants to take Yong to the palace and leave the rest of the women, and now we can stop capturing and killing women because we don't like doing all this. The chief asked why he was saying this, but behind the scenes, he had promised to free Jeo after enjoying the meal. He had fulfilled it and had let Yong and Dil go, and he comes running to tell Kin that 2 women have escaped from here, whom we were going to take to the royal palace tomorrow. Here, both girls are going to the mountain. Gil talks about her life. She and her mother came from far away to find her dad here. But one day, the soldiers attacked them, in which her mom died, and Gil was wandering here and there and was hiding in that house. Jeo says, "Will you come to my house with me? You will be free there. You can become whatever you want." Gil says, yes, I will definitely come, and then both of them reach the mountain. The bag is nowhere to be seen, but the king has definitely arrived and knew that these 2 girls would run and come here. Jeo says, "I need my bag." The king calls for the bag like this, and after showing it, he throws the bag down again. Jeo angrily abuses the king, and he says, "Do you know the punishment for abusing the king?" "Do you know the punishment?" Jeong said, "2 is mine, then I'll do whatever you say," and the scene cuts. The next day, we see both of them being brought in tied up, and they are quite scared. The chief asked why this girl was brought here. The king said, "I won't kill her like this. I want to make her suffer because she's a big witch." Yeon said, "If I had a gun, I would have shot her." Here, we see Mokji teaching the girls to dance and remembering that Jason, yes, the one who got her out of jail, had told her that the king was bringing the governor's daughter to the palace, who is very beautiful and has won the king's heart. So now he will throw you away, and you will have no respect left. Do your work well and seduce the team to your side so that we can find a good opportunity to finish the team. Mozu asked her maid, and the maid also said the same thing, that yes, the governor's daughter is very beautiful, but all these things turn out to be wrong. However, it's not the governor's daughter but Jiwon who is being brought in, and this rumor has spread, catching everyone in its grip. Here, the children started throwing stones at Jiwon, and after hitting the children, they ran away. The maid also confirmed the same thing, that yes, the governor's daughter is very beautiful, but all these things turn out to be wrong. However, it's not the governor's daughter but Jiwon who is being brought in, and this rumor has spread, catching everyone in its grip. Here, the children started throwing stones at Jiwon, and after hitting the children, they ran away. The king says, "These are my maidservants, don't throw stones at them." Hearing this, Jeev gets even more furious. Then, as they proceed in the palace, Mozu quickly hugs the king and says, "I missed you a lot, your majesty." Then she asks, "Who is this girl and why have you brought her here? Am I not able to make you happy?" She asks, "Oh, this is not a human, this is a witch. Because of the alcohol, I started seeing her and she is after me." Mogu says, "So what will you do with her?" Jeev grabs her face and says, "Will you torment her to death?" and much more. Jeev is completely terrified and the episode ends here. Now, I want to clarify one thing about Mozu, as some people might be confused about her. Mogu's mom was a prostitute who ran a brothel, and Mozu was one of those who worked there. Her mother sold her along with Mo.